Hello and welcome to ERi-TV Evening News. Today is Sunday, 7th of April 2024. Here are stories making headlines. President Isaias met and held talks with Chinese envoy. Seminar of ensuring food safety conducted. Latin American diplomatic crisis intensifies. Federal emergency declared in Russia's flood-hit Orenburg region. President Isaias met with Ambassador Xu Bing, special envoy of the People's Republic to the Horn of Africa, at the Denden Guest House this morning. The discussion centered on the progress in Eritrea-China strategic ties as well as regional and international issues of mutual importance. Regarding peace and stability, President Isaias emphasized the importance of bilateral and regional forums and mechanisms in achieving tangible results. He highlighted the dividends occurring to both sides and confirming Eritrea's readiness for expanded cooperation. Additionally, he announced Eritrea's participation in the forthcoming Forum on China-Africa Cooperation Summit in Beijing in September. President Isaias underscored the significance of regional peace, particularly in the Horn, Red Sea, Nile Basin, and Arabian Gulf. He condemns acts of indiscriminate killing and devastation perpetrated by Israel in Gaza. Ambassador Xu Bing expressed China's appreciation for Eritrea's independence and its principled, non-aligned foreign policy. He emphasized Eritrea's vital role in promoting peace and stability in the Horn of Africa region. Ambassador Xu Bing, who previously visited Eritrea in December 2023, expressed his expectation for the two countries to strengthen their historical and strategic ties and collaborate against hegemony and domination mentalities. The Ministry of Agriculture branch in the Agordat subzone organized a seminar on ensuring food safety. The objective of the seminar was to enhance the understanding of individuals involved in the distribution and processing of agricultural products, including milk and meat and their byproducts. During the seminar, Mr. Tedros Zegergis, head of the Agriculture Office in the subzone, provided insight into the adverse effect of unsafe practice in the use and preservation of agricultural products on public health, emphasizing that ensuring food safety is not solely the responsibility of producers. Mr. Tedros called for increased participation from relevant experts, governments, and public institutions to that effect. Mr. Tahaste Gabrahannes, head of the Economic Development in the subzone, emphasized the direct relationship between food safety and human health. He urged participants to apply the knowledge gained during the seminar in practical settings. The participants conducted extensive discussion on the issues that were raised at the seminar and adopted various recommendations, including for the sustainability of the seminar. We are live on ERi-TV. Stay tuned for international news. Nicaragua has followed Mexico to cut off diplomatic relations with Ecuador. Nicaragua has formally severed all relations with Ecuador, escalating the diplomatic fallout over police raid in Quito to arrest the politician who had been taking refuge at the Mexican embassy. The Nicaraguan government announced the decision yesterday, declaring its forceful, emphatic, and irrevocable rejection of the storming of Mexico's diplomatic outpost by Ecuadorian authorities. The assault ended a month-long standoff over the Mexican embassy's sheltering of former Ecuadorian Vice President George Glass, who faced corruption charges. The Nicaraguan authorities said in a statement that given the unusual and reprehensible action in Quito by force that are supposed to protect the order and safety of Ecuadorian citizens and their lives, they declare a sovereign decision to sever all diplomatic relations with the government of Ecuador. The statement also reaffirmed Nicaragua's commitment to international law and convention that governs civilized relations between countries and governments around the world. The Organization of American States issues a statement saying that Ecuador has breached the inviolability of another government's diplomatic property. The regional group called for talks between the Ecuadorian and Mexican government to resolve their difference. Floodwaters are rising in two cities in Russia's Ural mountain after Europe's third longest river burst through a dam, flooding at least 6,000 homes and forcing thousands of people to flee. A string of Russian regions in the Ural mountain in Siberia, alongside part of neighboring Kazakhstan, have been hit in recent days by some of the worst floods in the decades. The Ural River, which rises in the Ural Mountains and flows into the Caspian Sea, swelled several meters within hours on Friday due to meltwater bursting through a dam embankment in city of Orsk, 1,800 kilometers east of Moscow. Russia's Emergency Minister Alexander Kurenkov arrived in Orsk, one of the most hard-hit cities, today to supervise rescue operations. More than 4,000 people were evacuated in Orsk as of the city of 230,000 were flooded. The Orenburg region's governor, Denis Palser, said the flood were the worst to hit the region since record began. Flood warnings were issued in other Russian regions, and Kornekov said the situation could get worse very fast. Before we go, we have a quick recap of the top stories. President Isaias met and held talks with Chinese envoy. Seminar of ensuring food safety conducted. Latin American diplomatic crisis intensifies. Federal emergency declared in Russia's flood-hit Orenburg region. And that wraps up our news broadcast. Thank you for watching.